Good morning, all you fellow growers of food. We're in the greenhouse, as we have been for a while, and today's a little bit of a sad day. The tomatoes that I've got on the trellis on the wall behind you, we're cutting them down today. I'd planned on trying to keep these and run the plants as long as I could because they're still producing. 2 weeks ago, I cut all the tips off so it wouldn't grow any taller. It would just finish up all the fruit that was growing. So we've had all kinds of tomatoes. We've been eating tomatoes very regularly from it. But I'm at the point now where the real estate that the pots are taking up on the floor, as well as the 5-gallon buckets full of sand to hold the trellis netting up, I need that space. I'm at where I'm at now is I'm literally growing plants like cucumbers and stuff on top of the tomato pots because there's no floor real estate left. So we're going to pick all the fruit that's off there that's green, put it in a bowl, and put it in the window, hope it ripens. If not, then no real loss. And then we're going to take the tomatoes apart. And what I'm going to do is the longest one in the corner, I'm going to, after we take it all off the trellis netting, I'm going to cut it off at the soil. We'll lay it on the ground and we'll see how long it is. I'm not sure how long it is. I'm going to guess close to, well, I was going to say 9 feet because the ceilings are 9 feet, but it's in an 18-inch tall pot. And we've already cut the tip off, but I'm just curious to see how tall it got. So I'll flip this camera around. You guys can see what I'm looking at, and we'll start this process. So here's the two, well, there's 4 tomato plants in 2 pots, and we've got them tied to the trellis netting with plastic clips like these. That's what's holding it up. And you guys can see we still have all kinds of fruit left on the plants. But like I said, I need all of this real estate because everything from here over to here, I need that space. So we're just going to start by getting out the pruners. Well, first we're going to pick all the fruit off. I'll show you what I get. I'll put it in a bowl and we'll start taking this thing apart. So this is what I just picked off the plants. I don't expect a lot of these to ripen, but you know, maybe they do, maybe they don't. We got a couple of ones down in the bottom there that are starting to change. But these Tommy Toes, if you guys are looking for a really high producing cherry tomato that are super delicious, Tommy Toes are the way to go. And just to show you what I'm talking about, when I first planted my tomatoes, none of the Tommy Toes for whatever germinated. And then this fella germinated right there. So I'm just babying this because I really want this plant to grow. So, I mean, to put that into perspective, this is what the rest of them look like, right? So, come on, baby, grow. So we're gonna put that under some better light so it can catch up. All right, so that's step one. Let's get this right out of the way. Now, let's pull this back. There's a pail for waste. Can we even get this all in frame here? Oh, mostly. All right, we can get most of it in there. All right, now we're just gonna start chopping this plant to pieces. Now, I also, if I wanted to, I could take cuttings from this plant and grow those cuttings. That is a viable possibility, right? Like I could take something like that, strip the bottom off like that, put this in some soil, and all these little hairs on here would sprout roots and start growing. But because I've cut the tips off all of these, they aren't going to continue to grow. So what I would have to do is I would have to find a branch or a sucker that I have not cut the tip off of in order to actually grow that plant. And I mean, if you guys watched the video not long ago, you know that I topped every single one of these branches, right? So sorry about the noise. My dog's upstairs and it sounds like he's got the zoomies. So, and this is all like here, see what I mean? It's still flowering, right? Still flowering. See, and this is where it gets tricky because now I gotta undo all of these clips. So we're just going to take it apart in pieces. I'll knock some more of this out and I'll get back to you in a second. Looks really weird in here now without that whole like green wall. So we've taken everything down, filled a 5-gallon bucket up to the top with me squishing it, and then we are down to the last vine that you can see is all up in my ceiling. Down to the pot. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to remove the clips, cut it off at the soil, lay it down on the ground. There we go. Lay it down on the ground and we're going to take a measurement. Leave me something in the comments right now before I cut it down and tell me how long you think this plant is going to be. Okay, we're going to stretch it out about as straight as I can lay it out on the floor. I've got a tape measure right here, and leave me a comment right now what your best guess is on the length of that plant. One more clip and we're done. All right, last clip. Okay, here we go. You know what we're gonna do? Make this easier. There, get rid of all that stuff. Okay, step around the camera. We'll pull this back. All right, I'm kind of jammed up here. Let's see. Have to pull the camera right out of the greenhouse. Okay, that might do it. Maybe that'll do it. All right. Just putting some bends in it so I can sort of get it straight. All right, we're mostly straight. All right, there we go. 92 inches. So that works out to 7 feet, 7.5 feet. Okay. There we go, right from the door. So if we can do this inside without sunlight, and the tips have grown past the top of the lights, and we cut the tip off, right? Remember when we cut the tip off when we topped them? So I don't even remember what I cut off of there, half a foot, whatever. So maybe we'll just call it an 8-foot plant. We cut it off right at the soil. That's the other one. So we cut it off right at the soil. So 8-foot plant in a greenhouse in the basement without the best light growing on the top of the plant. So that's not too bad. And we've been eating tomatoes off of this for a month and a half, 2 months, something like that. So I'd say this was pretty good. I'll be doing this again next year. Only next year I'm going to be getting better lights. Well, I'll be getting another light anyways because I need some light down on here. And then we'll probably take that light and attach it up in the joists so it's high. And then we'll start low and then we'll just raise it up as we need to. So, okay, so now I gotta move those pots outside, take the trellis netting down both sides and coil it up, and then pull the T-posts out of the 5-gallon buckets of sand and do some cleanup. Well, we got it all cleared out. It's all gone. And now, as you can see, I'm at the door, like literally I'm standing at the door. And even with taking that out, I am out of floor space. So, but we're looking okay. We've got, those are the peppers back there. That's the turmeric that we're growing. I'll do a video on that real soon. Haven't done an update. We've got leeks and basil, and then we've got a whole tray of basil there, smaller basil plants, green onions, broccoli, cauliflower, and Swiss chard right down there. We have cucamelons and cabbage right there. And at my feet, that's all the cucumbers that we started, that we nicked the other day. We've got the striped zucchini that hasn't come up yet, but some people say it could take up to 14 days. So we'll see. Tomatoes. This is dill and Greek oregano and parsley. And then the beautiful ladies right there, I'll be transplanting those. So there'll be a video coming for that. 3 bins of tomatoes, bang, bang, bam. In the back there we have cumin and rosemary and dill. 3 trays of peppers. Those are all the onions. More tomatoes. And yeah. So that's where we sit. And then I got to figure out what to do when I transplant this entire 72 cell of cucumbers. Because that means I need 72 pots. You guys leave me a thing in the comments here. You tell me where you think I can stuff another 72 pots. Oh my Lord. And on top of that, when I transplant those and up pot those, they're going to be in much larger pots, like that size back there. They're going to be in that size. So I don't even know where they're going to go. I think next year I'm going to take this wall and push it out another 2 or 3 feet. So, all right, guys, that's the end of the video. Have a great day. If you guys aren't subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell, and you guys can see me grow all of this, plus a whole ton more I haven't even started yet this summertime in my garden. And if you guys are just here for watching my weed content, stick around. We're going to be doing all kinds of wicked stuff with these. It's coming real fast. We're going to be up potting them, and then we're going to be topping them and starting some low stress draining. All right, so have a great day. Grow good food, grow good weed, and have a good one. Peace.